Welcome to This Week on Great Lakes Golf. Today I'm your host, Mike Jameson, here at beautiful Maple Grove Golf Facility. Now, the reason I'm going to be calling it a facility here is we've got 27 holes of golf, and we'll be talking to our good friend Jeff Manor as he talks a little bit about the hidden secret here at Maple Grove and their par 3 course. And with this being a holiday weekend, and happy Father's Day to all of our fathers on the first run of the show, this would be the perfect time to get out. Maybe bring your son or daughter out to play a little golf, or maybe bring dad out too. And this beautiful par 3 course is what we're going to be spotlighting this week, right here on Great Lakes Golf Today. Once again, welcome back to Great Lakes Golf Today, here with Jeff Manor. Jeffrey.
Michael, how are you?
Man, dude, I got a props out right at the beginning of the show. You told me back in February when we were at the simulator over here at Nick and Jimmy's, Mike, maybe them clubs need to be a little, have you ever had them like uprighted, and fitted for you? Thank you.
Well, you could see the little height difference here. He was trying to swing clubs my size, so we had to bend them up, make them a little longer, and balance them out for him, and we got it done. And you're playing good golf, and you're hitting the ball straight.
Well, it's Murphy's Law that has hit with me here. Okay, I've been a hell of a putter forever. Now I'm hitting a 4-iron, I'm hitting a 5-iron, and these are lasers. I mean, there is no slice on it. And I can't putt anything. So you're going to have to work on my putting now.
So that's how it always works. Yes. If the putter lets you down, then you're hitting your best driver of your life, then you're hitting your great drivers, and you can't putt and chip. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's golf.
Well, I'll tell you, I do really, and I mean that 100%. He has done a lot for us here. And, of course, you got the 2 facilities. We're here at Maple Grove right now, 27-hole, beautiful course. And then you've got the facilities over at Nick and Jimmy's where that's the fun part. Yeah, that's
the fun part because there's no stress anymore. It used to be like we lost the springtime, and when you lose that time, you can't get it back. And I was able to get people inside and start the spring sessions up right away. And it wasn't frustrating like in the past where I was trying to get outside and I couldn't. So we were able to use those up until the sun finally decided to come out and make it a little bit nice for us. But it's nice to be outside. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here at Maple Grove. Like Mike said, we have 27 holes here. Well, my favorite thing I do most of my training on here is a short game area we have over here, but behind us we have this beautiful par 3, but I like to call it a short course. It's just like what did on the Champions Tour this last weekend. And the USGA and the PGA is really kind of pushing, because we've lost the par 3s and these challenging short courses to work on your game. This is the only one I know of around in this facility, in this area. Right. When I was growing up, there was 8. And I was able to ride my bicycle to them and practice my game, and they've all disappeared. But there's this beautiful one behind us, and I like to call it a short course because I don't tee it. When I work with my students, we don't tee up the ball. I have them lay it down just so this will be their approach shot. They've already drove this distance, and I have them work the ball from left to right, right to left. Very, very tough course. Donald Ross style design, just what they're doing right now at Pinehurst number 2. They're turtleback greens. So ball if you're a little short, will roll off the front, and if you're a little too long, off the back. If you're right left, it's off the side. It really teaches you to learn to get the ball up and down, which is the true game of golf. And I've said to everybody, if they would take the time and come over here with their irons and work on this part of the game, the rest of the game is going to be easier, because this is the toughest part. Anybody can drive the ball long, but getting the ball up and down, we're human. We're going to make a mistake on approach shots, and we'll be a little bit off the green. There's no sense not getting that ball up and down with 2 strokes. And this facility really, really does a good job of doing it. Of course, around the par 3, we got the 18-hole course.
Right, and they're going crazy.
And they're going crazy. It's full today. But I would really like to see more play on the par 3, because I really think that if more people would take the time to understand that we're covering yardages that are from 97 yards all the way up to 195 yards on this challenge course. And all types of conditions, very, very tight. We've got water, we've got creeks. If you got any wind, it swirls between the trees. It makes it difficult. You learn to do knockdown shots. You learn how to hit high shots, cuts, draws. And you really, really can hone your game, Mike.
Jeff, you are probably one of the best PGA professionals here in the area. You do a lot of work with the LPGA girls and PGA. You're everywhere.
Yeah,
you have the tan all the time.
Well, yeah. Well, it's, suntan Dan, son.
Oh, yeah.
We can't forget about him, my good friend. But I work on the LPGA and do a lot of work with the girls, fitting, equipment, lessons. A lot of Symetra Tour that I work on, and I do a lot on the Champions Tour. I got several players that work out there. The PGA, it's very seldom I get out there anymore. I have a couple players that I've got out there, but they're moving so fast. And the cost of move. Nowadays, what they end up doing is that they actually film and shoot the film to me, the computer, and I can take a look. And it's usually, well, why are you slouching? Well, you've been on the plane all night long. You got back problems, stuff like that. But I've been out there since 2004, and I'm 52 now, so it's wearing on me to travel. But
still look good.
I'm leaving this Saturday to go out to do some tour work. So looking forward to being out there. But
well, real quick, before we wrap it up here, if I came into you and wanted to get a set of clubs, I mean, you can get me into a Callaway.
Yes.
And you can make it my Callaway.
Right. I'm fully stocked with brand names. The Callaway. I'm certified fitter for Callaway and Cleveland and Srexon. And bringing in all the different brand names. I haven't in the past because of my facility I was at, and I've always done top-end components, which is Scratch Golf and KZG and Alpha and stuff like that. In fact, I fit for Alpha on the Champions Tour, but
that's what I got, right?
But yes, you're with the Alpha, which is Champion Tour players. Several of them are playing it out there, and I to this day I play the Alpha blades, so that's one of my favorites. But we have everything. I do ball fitting, and what we do is we'll use the launch monitors on the simulators to fine tune, and then of course I build and take it outside and we test it on the golf course. I do the same thing with my touring pros. We fit, we test in our game conditions, find out if it's working right. If it's not, I fix it, change shafts, change heads if I have to. No extra cost. This is part of being fit properly. And you found out that being fit properly makes the game a little bit easier. So,
Dave Truman, I got you now, buddy.
Hey golfers, come play Toledo's premier public golf course. Heather Downs Country Club is where you belong in 2014. Heather Downs is a beautiful 18-hole layout with stunning views and ideal conditions. Tee times are available 7 days a week with great rates. Want to work on your game? Our driving range and practice center is the best place to groove your swing. Try individual lessons with golf director Dan Sutton. Clinics are forming now. Go to heatherdowns.com or call 419-385-0248. Heather Downs Country Club, where you belong in 2014.
Folks, this is just one of those times I really had to get special thanks out to Pro Golf Academy and Jeff Menor out there. Jeff was able to, as you can tell by me, I'm a big, tall, fat, goofy, crazy kind of guy, but I really love my game of golf, and I've really struggled with it over the years, and some quick fixes and getting me into more of a club that's fitted for me really helped us out tremendously. And this is just a special thanks out to Jeff, who's been with us now all year, and if you need anything, they've got the simulators over at Nick and Jimmy's over on Monroe Street. Plus, he's out doing lessons out at MapleGrove all the time. Jeff and Pro Golf Academy, they're just doing a wonderful job, and I, Jeff, just wanted to say thanks. Welcome back to Great Lakes Golf today, and we're here at MapleGrove Golf Course up on Secor Road here in Toledo, Ohio, with Jeff Menor from Jeff. Give us a little real quick Pro Golf Fairways.
Pro Golf Fairways, simulators, full golf store on Monroe Street, right across from the Franklin Park Mall, J.C. Penney's, right attached to Nick and Jimmy's. Fabulous place, fabulous location. Fully stocked brand names, Bridgestone balls, Callaway, Srexons, all the equipment on top of the simulators that we use in rainy weather. If it happens to be you get a rain out in your league, you just come on over and we'll take care of you. We'll probably have a few of those happen this year.
Probably.
Full club making facility. I got all the equipment that you possibly can think of in there, the same as I have on my tour trailer when I'm working out there on the tour. And then beautiful MapleGrove here, where I do all my instructing outside for short game, and we got a beautiful short game area over here. We have like we said, we have we got 18-hole full course that's in really good shape, and my gem here,
your baby,
my little baby, my little 9-hole competition course
got
here.
Your little clippers out there, making sure everything's perfect.
Absolutely.
Right? We're gonna head out on hole number 1 here, and remember these are par 3. This is a full par 3 course. We're gonna show you all 9 of these holes here, and it's gonna come down to how you want to play this. This is second shot golf right here.
Yes, it is. Like I tell people, is that don't think of it as a tee shot for a par 3. You can go ahead and do that, but I like to say, lay it down. Just hit it off the deck, just like your approach shot from your driver. You cover all your approach distances. You get this ball on this green. If you get it up and down, if you can score a par out here, I'm telling you, you can play golf anywhere.
Hole number 2. Once again, this is second shot golf for you here.
Right, and it'll play anywhere from about 92 yards to 105. Very, very tight, extremely tight. When you see it, with the overhanging trees, so sometimes you have to do a little punch shot. If the wind's blowing, you want to keep it low. So you might want to trap a sand wedge to get it low in there, or a pitching wedge. If the wind's still
safe in the front end, you're safe to roll it up there.
Yeah, it's still tricky. Like I said, it's all Donald Ross design greens, which turtleback, they're toughest greens. They're the same as at Inverness Club, and very tricky. If you're just a couple yards off, it'll roll off. But then you can practice your short game, learning how to chip the ball properly. And a lot of times you should be doing 9 irons instead of lofted clubs. So I think that it's a really short hole, but beautiful.
Once again, this is a par 3 course, and you're challenged to, you've got that turtle green, which everybody knows is basically wherever you hit, it's going to roll off if you're not good, and you got trouble.
You got to hit it good, but this hole plays a little tricky because usually it's hitting into predominant wind, and it can play anywhere from about 130 to 143. And the tee box is sloping a little bit from right to left, so you got to pay attention live so you can practice that shot that you come in the middle of a fairway when the ball's a little bit above your feet for a right-handed or below your feet if you're left-handed. Once again, very, very tight, tree-lined. You got to watch that wind and learn to do that little cut shot, a little fade. You can get it there, but make sure you get it up and down once again.
Aim for the middle of the green?
Well, it depends on. I've always lived by Jack Nicklaus's rule. Aim for the middle of the green. Play a little fade if it's right, and a little draw if it's left. If you mishit it, it's in the middle of the green. I've never had a bad putt from the middle of the green.
Yeah, this is hole number 4, and one of the things you got to worry about here is, okay, where are you positioning yourself with the slope here?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to pay a little attention on this hole because it's usually downwind, so you got to make sure that you're not taking too much club. But it's upslope, meaning it's going to be above. Even though all these greens are a little turtleback, the fairway is sloping up. Once again, tree line very tight. Got to pay attention to your distance control here. I've actually hit the pin several times, just pin high, and have rolled off to the back. So you might have a choice of sometimes hitting just past the front edge and then let it roll to the pin. But once again, a little pretty tricky. Sometimes it's much harder to play downwind than it is to wind when you're talking about a wedge in your hands because it can float on you.
Oh, yeah.
And you can get a flyer, and you got to be careful of that. And this hole it's all slope behind it. On the back of the hole, it goes into a big ravine area, so then you're working hard to get it up and down.
Well, hole number 5, this is one of those shots where you said it's right around about 97 to 100 yards. But can you get it up over the trees with that wedge and be able to stop it?
It's very difficult. You have to do a real cut shot on here because you got branches that are overhanging from the right side. So you really got to pay attention how that ball is placed. It's downslope. This one's below your feet. This is playing usually a full club shorter than you want. I usually suggest a 9 iron to a pitching wedge, little punch shot. The sand wedge and the lob wedge, a lot of people want to use it's way too much, but it'll hit those trees, knock it straight down. Mm-hmm. And the green, we're coming out of the trees, and the green is on the outside of the trees. So the green's harder than all the greens that are inside these trees, so the surface. So I've hit this, and it is just gone. It reminds me of some of those legacy bounces that I get on Tuesday night. So it's a little tricky shot, but learn to play that shot. If you learn how to do this shot, you'll have confidence in a lot of those little tiny, 100 yard inside shots. Instead of full swings, learn to do those knockdown punch shots. Control. And this is one of those ones. It's got my number. I mean, I've a couple of times I've been right there, and a couple of times I've had, I thought, most perfect shot, and it's bit me.
Hi, this is Dan Sutton here at Heather Downs Country Club for this week's Great Lakes Golf Today Tip of the Week. I want to talk today about some lag putting. People have the darndest time trying to hit their long putts here when they're over 40, 50 feet, trying to get their two putt and get out of the hole. Seen a lot of three putts here. I had a few people tell me some horror stories about four putts this year. A couple things happen here as you get into your long putts here. First one I'd like to remind people of here is, should we have good tempo and rhythm on short putts? Of course we should. Do we need good tempo and rhythm on long putts? Exactly. Do you need good tempo and rhythm on short chips? Do you need good tempo and rhythm on long chips? Not enough people focus on tempo and rhythm here with a lot of part of their games here. When it comes to putting here, yes, we got to keep tempo and rhythm going. The other thing I like to stress here when it comes to lag putting here, don't think so much about hitting the ball. I want you to swing the club, let the ball get in the way here. I try to teach my students to roll the ball. And when you go about rolling the ball here, you want to keep that tempo and rhythm going. Try to envision yourself rolling that ball up into a 3 to 5 foot circle. You roll it up there close, you've practiced your short ones, you should be able to step up in two putt. The other thing I like to do here on the long putts here is, golfers have a tough time gauging the length of their swing. Do I go back this far or do I go back this far? Here again, try to gauge the length of your swing. However far that putter's going back, same thing happens going through. The other mistake I see with people on long putts here is this right here. Smacking it with the right hand. Keep those hands nice and quiet. Swing with your shoulders. Envision yourself rolling that ball. And I want you to roll that ball up as close as possible. So here we go. I'm going to hit 3 good putts. I want to keep good tempo and rhythm going on all 3 of these. Little tempo, little rhythm. I want to roll that ball up into 3 foot circle. That's still good on the distance. Tug her a little bit to the left here. Keep a little tempo, keep a little rhythm going. Go, go, go. All right, but from 50 feet out here, those are 3 pretty good putts here. Get yourself up here into a nice little 3 foot, 4 foot circle. You'll have no problem walking up, knocking these in, getting your 2 putt. On to the next green we go. Easy as that. This is Dan Sutton here at Heather Downs for this week's Great Lakes Golf Tip of the Week. Till next week, hit 'em straight.
Each week we're spotlighting great courses throughout northwestern Ohio and southeastern Michigan. If your golf course would be interested in coming out and being a part of what we're putting together here, I mean, you're getting radio, TV, internet, live radio too, on 106.5 on Saturday mornings. You can give us a call at 419-514-1302. We've got a full season of golf lined up for you and certainly would love to have your course on Great Lakes Golf Today.
Now is a great time to look at your lawn and decide it's time to make it look fantastic. Simply Green Lawn Service is a locally owned company that specializes in lawn care, with lawn fertilization, all phosphorus free, to crabgrass and weed control, grub control, and aeration, all part of the Simple Green program. 419-697-LAWN is the call to make any time of the year. Simply Green Lawn Services.
Welcome back to Great Lakes Golf Today here at MapleGrove Golf Course on Secor Road here. Are we in Michigan?
Yeah, we're just over the line in Michigan. I mean, Alexis Road is like I can hit a driver to it with no problem.
Buckeye, you still could have Buckeye fans.
Yeah, you definitely got Buckeye fans. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, we're going to go back out on the course. We're spotlighting the beautiful par 3 course, which is more the challenge course here at MapleGrove. And I do challenge you to come out here. This is a lot of fun. You don't have to be that 400-yard hitter like I am that hits it 4 streets over. But you got to be able to play your irons. And second shot golf, That's really what it's all about. We're up to hole number 6.
Yep, and we're coming out into a whole different style of design. We're now out into the open. We have tons of wind now start coming to play because the trees are not there. It's now, we do not have turtleback for the next 2 greens. They're bowl shaped.
Everything's bowl.
And we got bunkers surrounding them with bowl shapes, and this will help you with all types of your game, because now you have to pay attention to of your approach shot, where it's hitting. You don't have to worry about the runoff as much. But if you do go up on one of those bowls, learning how to putt or chip it down that hill, learning how not to thin it down that hill is an important aspect of the game. And if you're unfortunate to hit a little long or a little left or right, then you're unmounded, and you now have to flop it up over the mounds to get it to the pin. So it works on all aspects of your game. Like I said, it's got bunkers on the left-hand side, so you can practice your bunker shot out of there. So it's a challenging hole. It's played a little bit longer. It's played 157 yards to 160.
Hole number 7, once again, we're talking about if you aim for the middle of the green, you're in good shape.
Well,
right?
And if you're really good, then you might be able to play this hole well, but it's going to be tough. It plays one of the longest holes we have. It plays anywhere between 180 and 195. You have wind. You can play over 200 yards. Bowl-shaped green, and once again, but now we're carrying over water and creeks. People tighten up when they start seeing water and creeks, so you got to be precise with that shot. Once again, it's the bowl shape, and we don't have any bunkers around here, just all grass.
A lot of water on that hole.
Yes, water in front. Yep.
Hole number 8, you see a lot of guys are bringing this utility club out. They're bringing this probably about a 5-wood or a 7-wood,
or hybrid, whatever it may take to get. But
yeah.
This is a challenging hole. This is another 180 minimum to 185 yard shot, depending on the wind. Once again, extremely tight. We have a pond to the right. Very, very tight shot when you're talking about 200-yard shots. So basically, it's a beautiful turtleback green. We're back in the turtleback greens. It had my number the first 4 times I played it. I've learned how to play it now, so I'm doing pretty good on it. So.
And Jeff, final hole out here on our par 3 challenge course shoot this week. You actually have a dog leg in this hole.
Yeah, that's a little different than most people would ever hear. It's a dog leg par 3. Well, it exists. Plays about 125. There are trees. I think it'd be one of those holes when your dad would say, when I was a kid, I used to hit over that tree. And then, of course, you would hit it, and you hit the tree, and he says, but of course, it was a sibling when I was your age. Exactly. But you have to try to do a little fade, and you can't get there, folks. It's basically you're just trying to do a 75-yard shot. You hit another little 25 to 50-yard shot. You get yourself onto that green, one putt it, save par. It's a nice challenge. You do have an extra tee box there that you can play it straight into the hole if you like for about 97 yards.
And remember, Jeff said he'll buy you a round of golf somewhere.
Yeah, as long as you got confirmed that you got someone that's confirming that you got
so
par.
Don't go out with me and Truman. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. Well, Jeff, I gotta thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it very much.
I appreciate all of the listening to my phone calls. And what do? I can't hit an iron. I can't. And what did you say? Just come in here. I mean,
get fit right.
That's right.
Take a few tips. Listen to Danny and I. We'll get you going. But your equipment. I don't care what anybody says. People. Being an instructor and a master club builder. People always ask me the question, what's the best? Well, that's like what came first, chicken or the egg. Yeah. You can't be swinging things that are not upright or flat for your size and your length and your flex and the kick points and such. And too many people are struggling. They have pretty decent swings, and it would be a lot easier to just get custom fit.
Sure.
And that's why some of my pros appreciate, because I'll tell them right up. I say, it's the equipment. But then a lot of times I'll just tell them, I say, hey, it's you. It's not your equipment. It's just your swing. We got to work on some things.
Well, it's funny. Even though I'm a big, tall guy, I don't really have super long arms.
No, that's
I can't touch my toes. I've never been able to do that.
And that's the key. A lot of people don't realize that your length of your legs, length of your arms, it has everything to do with fitting. But the lie angle is so critically important. It would be trying to shoot a gun with the sights being aimed left to target or right to target all day long. I don't care if you're aiming wrong, you're never going to be able to hit the right shot.
And the funny thing was, the day you got a couple of them built, I was in there, it was snowing real terrible out. I go ahead and hit a couple on the simulator. See, and I didn't have the length I was thinking yet, but like you said, as you start hitting them, but every single one of them was straight down, straight down. And I did that on the course.
And then, of course, now you're starting to pick up your distance because you're getting used to the field, the grip size. We got grips that fit his hands.
Huge grip.
Yeah, so he's got huge hands, so. But
Godzilla movie about me just came out. It's doing real well right now.
That's right.
So. But that's what everybody said. Mike, my God, you're 6'5", you're 4,000 pounds. You should be hitting the ball 300 yards. Tim Morrison, good friend of both of ours. He goes, Mike, I just don't get it. I mean, you should be. And now we're going to start thinking about the drivers and things.
Get you fit for some woods and
the big stuff,
some hybrids and stuff. But
my drivers are.
Timmy even says he loved the way they felt when you put them in his hands. And Tim's just a little bit shorter than you, I think. He's not much, but he's so
heck of a golfer.
Yeah, he's a good friend. Nice man.
He's a good guy. Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting real close here, and can you give us a telephone number of people, especially this weekend? It's a big weekend.
Okay, the Academy number is 419-514-8295. The store is 419-205-6644. Anyways, no matter what, you can get a hold of me at any number. I'll have it forwarded to me if I'm not at the shop, so you can get a hold of me. But that number, once again, is 419-514-8295. You get to me with ease. I have my phone on all the time.
He does. He's one of them guys that always answers his phone. And, maybe you need a little tune-up.
Yep. It may not take long, an hour session, and get yourself going, get yourself back out there having some fun. Playing lessons here, short game lessons here, driving range on full swings, launch monitors, whatever. We got it all. So just come on out. It's fully filmed, put on DVD disc, take it home with you so you can review it. Everything's recorded from the beginning to the end, not just a few swings, everything. So you hear the whole lesson all over. You build up a library of your swings, you build up a library of all the vocabulary. You might have missed something in the middle of the lesson, and you go back, and people will call me later in that night and said, "Oh, I'm watching it on TV. I just realized what you were saying because I'm seeing myself, and it popped in my head. I understand." Yeah. So it's been a tool that I've been using. It's not about me trying to compare you to Jack Nicklaus swing and Arnold Palmer. I know a lot of people do that. I have that on my computers too. I just think that having the whole thing filmed, me talking with you, you get to see yourself swinging. It really does help. And and we break it down for long swing, short game, putting. We got the Tommy putting systems. We got everything that can help you with your game.
Well, thanks for spending some time with us here. Don't forget, we're on 106.5 The Ticket Saturday mornings from 8 to 9. You spent another Saturday with us, you poor guy.
Yeah,
you probably worked till 3 in the morning over at the simulators, and then he comes over and he's on the radio with us. And then, of course, we're on Facebook. Sign up on Facebook. It's Great Lakes Golf Today TV show. Sign up there. That's where we're going to start giving away some stuff this summer. And giving away, maybe we'll even give away a lesson.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be?
We can do that.
I know. I knew Jeff would do that. Something, everybody can give you golf balls or a golf bag, but a lesson will stick with you the rest of your life.
Oh, that's true. It will. Yep, absolutely. We can help you out. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, folks, we'll see you next week. And if your golf course would be interested in being on our show and being part of our complete multimedia package, you can give us a call at 514-1302. I'm Mike Jameson. Jeff, thank you again, sir.
Thank you, Mike.
Hey, and we'll see you next week right here on Great Lakes Golf Today.